Good morning, dear students. Today we are continuing with the same lesson, that is motions of the earth. So now let us start with the new point, that is what is a year. So we are going to perform one activity and then we are going to understand what is a year. Okay. So we are going to take the same model which we have used for the previous experiment, and now what we have to do, we have to move the globe along the circle on the table. As you do this, keep rotating the globe and ensure that the axis does not change its orientation. So children, now you have seen that I have stopped the video. Yes. So previously the earth was at different place and now it is at different place. Yes. How it has reached here? It moved. Yes, it was moving on that line and so it has reached here. And when it was moving, it was also rotating around itself. Yes. And that time we had ensured that the axis does not change its orientation. Orientation means that axis is not moving the globe. It's steady in one place. Okay. So children, this is how the earth revolves around the sun even as it rotates around itself. So now you can see it's moving and at the same time the earth is also rotating. Yes or no? So now it has reached back to its earlier place. Yes. So this is how in reality the earth is moving around the sun. That means it is revolving around the sun. And when it is revolving, at the same time it is also rotating around itself. Okay. Did you understand? So children, the period of time the earth takes to complete one revolution around the sun is called one year. There are about 365 days and 6 hours in a year. So children, now whatever experiment we had seen, globe was at one place. After that, globe turned around the sun and it came back to its earlier place. That is called as one revolution. Yes. So whatever time is taken to complete this one revolution around the sun, who is doing this revolution? Earth is doing. So whatever time is taken by the earth to complete one revolution around the sun is called 1 year. Okay. So there are 365 days in 1 year and 6 hours. Okay. So this is what we have learned about the new concept, that is a year. Yes. So because of revolution, children, we are having a year, and because of rotation we are having a day. Okay. So now let's move on to the next point. So let's study the new and interesting concept, that is a leap year. In the Gregorian calendar, that is the calendar which is used worldwide today, and it is solar calendar based on 365 days of year. Okay. So we have just learned that the year is taken to have 365 days. Yes. Means it counts 6 hours less every year. Yeah. And this makes 24 hours or 1 day in every 4 years. Okay. So see, we have already learned that a year has 365 days and 6 hours. Yes. So every year these 6 hours are not counted. And what happens, children? After 4 years, these 6 hours are counted. Means 4 6 is 24, and 24 hours means 1 day, isn't it? So after 4 years we get one extra day. Yes. That means it makes one extra day which is counted in the month of February in the Gregorian calendar. Okay. So this year is called as a leap year. Understood what is a leap year? I'll tell you that year which has 366 days instead of 365 days, and February has 29 instead of 28 days, that particular year is called as a leap year. And students, leap year comes after every 4 years. Okay, so now on the screen you are having a calendar of February 2020. Yes, so February 2020 had 29 days. That means it was a leap year. Now we are in 2021. This is not a leap year. Okay, but when will the next leap year come? It will come in 2024. Okay, now how to calculate this? If you will say 4 stable, then you will get 4, 8, 16, 20, 24, isn't it? So whatever products you are getting in 4 stable, that years are the leap year. Means 2004, 2008, 2012, 2016, 2020, okay, 2024. So these are the leap years. Okay, so once again I'll tell you, a leap year has 366 days and that one extra day is in the month of February. So did you understand what is a leap year? So students, up till now we have learned about the rotation and revolution of the earth, isn't it? Also we have learned about a year and a leap year. Yes, now we all know that because of the earth's rotation we have day and night, isn't it? But the length of day and night is not always equal. That means the daytime and night time, whatever we experience, are not same every time. Okay, now this happens because of the Earth's inclined axis and its revolution around the sun. So why our day and night time are not equal? Because of the Earth's inclined axis. That means axis of Earth is little bit tilted or slanting, you can say, and because of that the time of day and night are not equal. Also its revolution around the sun is the other reason. Okay, now this was about the daytime and night time. Now let us study about summer season and winter season. Okay, so first we will revise something, that is the part above the equator is called as, yes, it is called as northern hemisphere, and the part below the equator is called as southern hemisphere. Yes, so these are the two parts formed because of the equator, isn't it? Now we have to just keep in mind the two dates starting from 22nd March and ending at 23rd September. Okay, first we are going to study about the northern hemisphere. So in northern hemisphere, between 22nd March and 23rd September, the days are longer than the nights. Did you understand? So what happens in northern hemisphere, upper part, from 22nd March till 23rd September, the days are longer. Yes, daytime is longer and night time is shorter, and therefore it is warmer there. Warmer means there is more heat in northern hemisphere, and that is, it is summer in the northern hemisphere. Did you understand? But however, during this same period, what is the period? Yes, 22nd March and 23rd September, in the southern hemisphere the nights are longer than the days. It happens opposite same time. See, just keep in mind the date. What is the date? 22nd March to 23rd September. In northern part, days are longer and nights are shorter. Daytime big, nighttime short. But opposite to that happens in southern. Nights are longer and days are shorter. Yes, that means that time the earth gets less heat in this part. Which part? Southern part, and therefore it is winter in the southern hemisphere. Did you understand? So now how you can keep in mind, whenever suppose winter season, there is so much cold, isn't it? So we feel sleepy. Yes, na? So keep in mind, winter season means nights are longer than the days, and summer seasons mostly we have summer vacation, yes or no, that time then you like to play, so you can keep in mind the time daytime becomes greater that time and night time becomes shorter. Okay, so did you understand what happens in 22nd March and 23rd September, in between this, in northern and summer hemisphere? Yes, so now I'll show you in the form of video. Okay, so now we can see the sun is at the center and the earth is revolving around the sun, yes or no? So now you just look at the earth. If you will see, then the northern hemisphere, that is this part, it's somewhat closer to the sun, yes or no? So now when the when the earth starts revolving, we will consider this as 22nd March. Okay, so suppose if this is 22nd March, then you can see now, as I will start the video, the northern hemisphere will be close to the sun. Can you see here? Northern hemisphere is close. So now up till here the northern hemisphere was close to the sun. That means, so earth has come from this position to up till here. That is, this is 22nd March to 23rd September. Here the northern part was close to the sun. That means there was days were longer and nights were shorter, and it was experiencing summer season. But at the same time, the southern hemisphere, that is the down part, okay, southern hemisphere was away, so it was winter there. That means days were shorter and nights were longer. Did you understand? Now we'll see the next part of the revolution. Let us now study about the next part, or in the next period what happens. So this period starts from 23rd to 22nd March. Okay, so see, in this part what happens, in the period from 23rd September to 22nd March, the days are longer than the nights in the southern hemisphere. Means southern hemisphere is close to the sun, and therefore there the days are longer and nights are shorter. It gets more heat and it is summer there. Understood? At the same time, see, in this period in the northern hemisphere, it is the nights that are longer. So when in the southern hemisphere days are longer, that time in northern hemisphere nights are longer. Okay, that means the northern hemisphere gets less heat and it is winter there. Did you understand? Once again I'll tell, 23rd September to 22nd March, southern hemisphere is having summer season because it is close to the sun. Heat, whatever it gets, it is more. That means days are longer, nights are shorter. At the same time, in northern hemisphere, upper part, it is away, so it is winter. Winter means night longer, days shorter. Okay, so children, one note for you all, that there may be differences in these dates due to the leap year. Understood? So this was about the summers and winter season. I'll explain you again with the help of the diagram. So up till now we had learned about the northern hemisphere, that is this part to here. What is this? Suppose that is northern hemisphere is close to the sun. That means here was 22nd March and here was 23rd September. Okay, so in this what happened, northern hemisphere was having summer and same time southern hemisphere was having winter. Did you understand? 22nd March to 23rd September, northern hemisphere summer season and southern hemisphere winter season. Now we'll see the next period, that is 23rd to 22nd March. That is this one. I will change the color and I'll show you. This is 23rd to 22nd March. Now southern hemisphere will have summer. Okay, southern hemisphere will have summer. If southern is having summer season, then northern will have winter season. Okay, you can see, I'll show you in the by playing the video. See, now southern hemisphere is close to sun, yes or no? See, now northern hemisphere, northern is close. After this, now you can see southern is close. Yes, southern. So here you can see southern part is close to the sun. Yes, means there is summer season. Days are longer, nights are shorter. Now what is there in the northern hemisphere? Winter. Nights are longer, days are shorter. So did you understand about the summer season and winter season, how it is distributed on the earth? It is only because of revolution. So now we have studied about winter and summer season. Yes, when we are having winter and when we are having summer. But there is one more main season in India, that is rainy season. Yes, so in India, summer, rainy and winter are considered to be the main seasons. Okay, so children, now I had shown you the video of revolution of the earth, isn't it? So it was little bit fast, but you have seen that earth was moving around the sun. Yeah, so somewhere I paused and I taught you about summer and winter, but in between, wherever the sun is moving, no, there we are having some different seasons. Okay, so our 12 months, that is our year, is divided into 6 seasons. They are Vasant, Grishma, Varsha, Sharad, Hemant and Shishir. Okay, so these are the 6 seasons which we experience in a year, and this cycle of 6 seasons is called the Ritu Chakra. Yes, what is Ritu means? You know, na? Ritu means season. Yes, and the seasons are repeatedly coming every year, so it is called as a chakra. Yes, so cycle of 6 seasons is called as a Ritu Chakra. Okay, so what are those 6 seasons? Yes, Vasanta, Grishma, Varsha, Sharad, Hemant and Shishir. So you may think that there are some people with these names, isn't it? So yes, children, in our Hindu religion, some people are also named by this seasons. Okay, now many of our festivals are also connected with the seasons. Yes or no? Now recently we have celebrated Vata Purnima. Is it related to season and related to nature? Yeah, so many of our songs, our games are also there which are related to these different seasons. So I hope you have understood about the revolution of the earth and different seasons which we experience only because of the revolution of the earth around the sun. Okay.